Hey everybody, welcome to the Breakout training. Today I'm going to show you how to actually create a room, okay? So there's two different paths that you can go down. Number one, you can create a room that you immediately start, right? So say you're ready to go, you just want to start a room and launch it. That's the very first path. The second path is, hey, in the future, you have a room that you want to start and you want to schedule it out for a future date and allow people to register for that breakout event. So let's start from the very first one, which is creating an immediate room. So you'll see here on my screen, at the very bottom, you'll see the big blue plus arrow. So you'll just go ahead and click that. And then you'll go here and then you just go ahead and give your room a name. So here, I'll just do a test. In your scenario, you want to give it the main headline of what this room is going to actually be about. And then second step, you'll go here to the room description. You'll write a description, just for, I would go ahead and add a nice description here about what the room's going to be about, give them details to why people would actually join the room. But in this scenario, like I said, I'm just going to put a test. Next, you'll see select co-host. So if you want somebody else or there's another participant that is part of Breakout that is going to help you host this room, then you would go there, you would select them. I'll click it again. So in this scenario, let me just say Cody is going to be my co-host. So I'll just go ahead here and select Cody. Let's go. Boom. Now Cody is selected as a co-host, and he will automatically be notified that he is a co-host. The next step, record your room description, which this is optional. You don't have to do this, but we highly encourage it. But what you can do, if you hit the little microphone arrow right here, you'll see the little pop-up, and you can just tell about what the room is going to be about, give some details to why an individual would want to join and listen to your room. All you would do is hit the microphone. Let's just do test, test, test. And then after you're done, you can just hit the plus so it's there. And then on the left side, you'll see the red little icon. On the left, you click that. Now it's locked in. And the top right, you hit done. And then bam, you've locked in your room description. So this is very important. Moving on to our final step, you'll see where it says global, social, and private. Okay? So what do these mean? Global means that this room will be available to everybody on the Breakout platform. Okay? So if you want the room to be accessible to everybody and anybody, you would click global. Social, that means that it's only available to people within your existing network. So what do I mean by that? You follow them and they follow you. So you would hit social if you want it to be the room to be available to people you follow and they also follow you. The next is private. So the private section is for more of these exclusive rooms. So whenever you hit private, it's going to give you an exclusive link that you can send out to individuals. So only people that have the link will be able to join this room. So with that being said, I'll just go ahead and hit social and I'll click breakout. Bam. So now we are officially inside of a room. So I'm going to set the stage here for a second before I go into, obviously I'm going to continue this training and I'm going to go into upcoming rooms, but all of the things that I'm going to go over right now apply for scheduled rooms as well, okay? So I'm going to go over and navigate this room. So you'll see here that there's a couple different sections, right? We have host/co-host, you see speaker, and you see audience, okay? So the host and co-host have full permissions over the room. And then you have speakers. So these are individuals who might be inside of your room that have things to talk about. They will have permission to unmute and speak throughout your breakout room. But you still have full permissions during that. So as an example, say there is a speaker. So you see that Kathy just joined in the audience. Like, I'm just going to use this as an example because Kathy joined in. Well, she popped out. But if Kathy were to stay there, I could, just how my profile picture is right there, you can click and hold as the host. You can click and hold and upgrade and downgrade people from speaker to audience as you please. And then whenever you're in the speaker, like I said a minute ago, they will have, hey, what's going on, Cody? I'm actually doing the training right now for everybody for Breakout. So, hey, Cody, say what's up to everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, so right now what I'm talking about is we're going over the room features. So as you guys saw earlier in the demonstration, how I added Cody as a co-host, and so he was notified directly on his Breakout app, and he just joined in as a co-host here. And so moving on within the presentation, we had speakers. We already went over that. Those are speakers, and as your co-host, you can downgrade or upgrade as you feel needed. And then in the audience, the audience are going to be default muted, so they're not going to be able to speak unless you actually, as the host, call upon them and move them up to the speaker role, okay? So that goes over everything in regards to the host, co-host, speaker, and audience section. Moving on, at the very top of your screen, this is something that's really amazing about Breakout, is we actually give the ability to have a chat section. So while you're doing a breakout room, if you want to have Q&A or people want to ask questions, etc., if you go up to the top of your screen and you see the little chat icon and you click that, you'll be able to go in here and add notes. So Cody, if you don't mind, go ahead and type something up inside of this chat section, and let's just show the audience how they'll see it live in real time.
You got it. Give me 1 second here. I'm typing something out. And there you go.
Boom. So this is really amazing, especially if you're hosting rooms. You can engage with your audience through the chat form, especially when people are in the audience. They don't have the ability to talk, which is really amazing. The next thing, which stands us so much apart from all of the competitors or anybody out there, is think about this. Have you ever been in a room or listening to a podcast or even at a conference, and somebody is talking about, say, digital marketing, and you're like, is this actually factual? Well, what Breakout allows you to do is have a search icon where you can fact check people live and in real time during the breakout room experience. So if you go up to the very top and you see the little B icon, and you click that, boom, right there, and you can right there from your breakout, while you're in a room, be able to search and figure out whatever topic that somebody's talking about and search that. So as an example, I'll just type in, let's just say marketing, and we hit search. You can right there search the internet straight from Breakout, and be able to fact check or be able to read more about what individuals are talking about. Really amazing feature that is a part of Breakout. So next thing that I'm going to go over, and we're going to wrap up this room, and then what I'm going to go into after this is I'm going to showcase after how to actually schedule a room out for the future, but all of these same features for scheduling room in the future are going to apply. So the last couple ones, if you see in the top right corner, the plus arrow, that is how you invite people to a room that are in your initial network. So you can go ahead there and search and click the invite, and they'll be notified within Breakout that you are there. Right below that, you'll see the up arrow. So if you click that up arrow, that is how you actually will be able to share your breakout room to individuals outside of the platform. So you'll just go ahead and share that. Pretty self-explanatory. Next thing that I need to hit whenever creating a room. So if you're a host, one important thing is that if you're a host and you add speakers into, like as an example, Gabrielle here, if I hold and click, right? Well, we'll just scratch that example. But as an example, if we were to move them up to a speaker and then we left, which I'm going to show you how to leave in a second, then the room would still be active. So you want to make sure as the host to remove everybody out of the speaker column and then actually exit the room. So now if you actually want to exit the room, what you'll do is click in the bottom left, the exit corner, the red button, you'll click that. And then now the room is done, okay? So moving on, how do you actually schedule a room for the future? So you see in the bottom left the calendar icon. So you would click that calendar icon there, and you'll see all these upcoming rooms. But for this example, I'm just going to talk about scheduling a room for the future. So once you go there, you click that, and then in the top right, you'll see the plus sign. You go ahead and click that plus sign. You name your room, test, for my example. And then with, if you need to add a co-host, I'll just go ahead and add Cody as my co-host. Let's go. Next, select the date. So let's say October 14th. And then you select the time. So the 5th. Let's just do 5:38. That works. Give your room a description. Like I talked about earlier, you can add your room description, which is optional, which I already went over earlier in the training. And then you also get down to your global, social, or private, as I mentioned earlier in the training. So I'll just do social, and then we hit schedule. We have successfully scheduled that event. So now, after you've done that, when you're in your calendar tab, you'll then see where you go to my rooms, and you will see that right there. And then if you ever need to edit that room, you can click edit. You can delete that room. Or if you wanted to start it early, all you would hit is breakout now, and boom, that room would start and be live in real time. So thank you guys so much for watching this training video and learning how to create and implement rooms. I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the following videos.